Curtis, how are you feeling? Well, congratulations that you're surging in the polls. How are you feeling that New Yorkers are finally waking up to the fact that you are the common sense choice for New York?
Well, it took them a while to realize there are three Democrats that I'm running against. And even though Mondami is the most extreme, they have a lot in common. All three, Cuomo, Adams, and Mondami, believe migrants should vote. All three, Cuomo, Adams, Mondami, believe in sanctuary city. I don't believe that migrants should vote. I'm opposed to the sanctuary city. Then you go through a lot of other issues. They have more in common with one another because they're Democrats. I'm the only Republican running. I have Republican values, and the Republicans have decided to come home instead of think like, oh, we can't win. And now more independents who double the number of Republicans in the voting registration and moderate Democrats are coming over. Plus, I have a first ever Protect the Animals independent line that calls for no-kill shelters and putting animal abusers in jail. And that has a lot of appeal to a lot of women who always are out there protecting animals.
How did you feel with the past events of this past week with the unfortunate murder of the NYPD officer and the way it was politicized? What are you taking away, and then the reaction of New Yorkers?
Well, police officer Islam of the 4-7 precinct, before he was even brought to the cemetery for interment in New Jersey, I saw Andrew Cuomo suddenly try to become Mr. Law and Order. He's no cash bail, Cuomo. He's why we're in the mess that we're in. And he's spewing off how he's law and order, he's pro-police. They haven't even called for the hiring of more police. I'm the only candidate who actually listens to the cops who say we have 31,000 cops now. We desperately need 40,000 to control what's going on in the streets. Don't talk about more gun control. We got plenty of gun control in New York State, plenty. What we don't have is enough cops. And I'm the only candidate who, in the aftermath of his tragic killing, has been saying what the cops have been saying. We need more police now.
What do you think about the young people, right? Like, a lot of them did support Mamdani, but that's because they do feel that the Democrats are not speaking to them. But you have a long history of recruiting young people, of getting them to get engaged in New York City. What would be your plan to engage the youth?
Well, the big problem is, for people on my side, they have disparaged Mondami's religion and culture. So all they do is they push people in his direction. When it comes to millennials and Gen Zers, of which he has many, but I have many also, who have more common sense values. You got to take the battle into the streets and the subways. Adams doesn't, Cuomo doesn't, and quite frankly, they don't have millennials and Gen Zers in their campaign. Mondami is right. It's too costly to live in New York City. The rent is too high to pay. That's resonated with people, especially millennials, who first have to pay a student loan in the beginning of the month. Then they barely have enough money for rent. Then, even at the age of 35, making $150,000 a year with a good paying job, having gone to college, they're still in a dormitory living with 4, 5, 6 other people and saying, what happened to my American dream? I can't get a mortgage for a house. I can't even buy a car. So Mondami is taking advantage of that. Adams doesn't address it. Cuomo doesn't address it. I address it because I understand what they're going through, and that's why you have to approach them and bring them over to our side, the common sense side.
The common sense side. Any message for maybe the Latino audience? A lot of them are looking at Cuomo because that's what they've been spoon-fed.
Well, the Latino audience has love for his father, Mario. Their parents and grandparents told them about Mario Cuomo. I know Andrew Cuomo. He's no Mario Cuomo. He's been slapping fannies and killing grannies. That's all you have to let the Latino audience know. Protecting women is a priority in the Latino community, and especially the grandparents. He's responsible for 15,000 unnecessary deaths during COVID because of his executive orders. And if you're 22 and you're a female, You better stay away from Andrew, the creep Cuomo. The creep.
Two more questions.
Yes.
Eric Adams, the nightlife mayor. There are some people who are like, we gotta, throw our support to Eric Adams. Your thoughts?
Eric Adams, who always was the swagger man with no plan, other than to go to the next nightclub. In fact, he was on the back porch of Gracie Mansion with Sneeko, claims he didn't know that Sneeko was anti-Semite, the hip-hop mayor, and they were talking about bringing Club 11 from Miami to New York. That's a 24-hour nightclub. It never closes. Of course, because Eric Adams would like to be the mayor who lives in the new Club 11 somewhere in Manhattan or Brooklyn or the Bronx, 24/7, 365. I'll tell Eric Adams, this is what I'll do. When I'm mayor, and I will be mayor on January 1st of 2026, I will make you the nightlife mayor. So you can chase those little shorties that he calls until the break of dawn and be smoking that Maui Wowie and Hindu Kush, because nothing good happens in a club after 12 midnight. Nothing good happens in a club after 12 midnight.
I hear you. And then last question. How important is it for New Yorkers to get out and vote in November?
It's not only important to get out and vote, it's important to carry people on your back if necessary and vote. My problem the last time, running in 2021, is that then Donald Trump was telling people, Republicans, don't vote until Election Day. And then suddenly he realized, why not use all the tools in the toolbox for his own re-election? When he whipped Harris in the 7 battleground states and won the popular vote, because the Republicans started doing early voting, absentee voting. They use every measure that's legal that the Democrats have been using for years, and notice the benefits. And we're going to be doing the same thing. The last time I couldn't do it is I go up to a Republican and say, they're 10 days early voting. No, I'm going to vote on November 4th. I said, well, what happens if you get sick or you can't make it? Trump tells me I can only vote on November 4th. That was 2021. This is 2025. New rules, new regulations. Curtis Sliwa is going to be the next mayor of the city of New York and save the city.
Thank you, Pérez. Congratulations. All right, everybody. That was Curtis Sliwa running for mayor of NYC. And as you see, he is everywhere, this man.